Yeah, I am regretting all of my life choices.
Why is that a thing? I don't like him at all, and
This was not how I thought this would go. This is not how I thought this would go at all. Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie. I'm here today to start another vlog. This one's a little different. So the people that I have done the Goodreads Choice Award vlogs with, that collab, we have decided to collab again and bring you these ones. And this is all about picking a popular book and seeing if we have been fooled by Booktube or the wider book community or not. So it's April Fool's today, and here I am to share with you the journey that I am about to go on. So it's actually the 15th of March for me, but I wanted to start this because I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through this book. It's not a big book. This is not a 10 book vlog again because I'm still not recovered from that one. But here we are. I'm going to tell you about the book that I've picked, and here we go. So I've gone with The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Okay, so the purposes of this is that we pick a popular book we don't think we're gonna like. Some people have decided to pick ones that they think they would like as well. I'm just doing this one. I don't have any hopes for this at all. None. Absolutely zero. Look, I read a Holly Black when I was probably about 15, and I'm 27 now, and I still consider it one of the worst books I've ever read. So yeah, the expectations are low. I got this recently from an op shop and it was $1, and I was like, that doesn't seem as painful. If, like, I would not have paid full price for this, and I'm gonna see how it goes. Here's the thing, is it's not even like I'm willing to give Holly Black another shot, but I don't really like fae books. I'm really fussy with them. So for those of you who may have only seen my Goodreads vlog, so I did the non-fiction category, but I do read rather widely. So obviously I do read non-fiction, but I also read YA, and most of the things I read are actually like romance and all sorts of other things. So it's not even that this is a genre that I'm not interested in. I've done my time in the YA fantasy world, and every now and again there is one that I still enjoy. It's not always a genre that I reach for anymore, but I don't hate it. So this is a long intro. I'm gonna go and read this over the next, I don't know how long this is gonna take me. I'm either gonna read it really quickly or I'm gonna hate it and it's gonna take me forever. So let's see how many pages it is. It is 370. So in theory, that should take me a few hours. We'll see how we do. I'll be back at some point to let you know how that is. Yeah, I am regretting all of my life choices. I'm just quickly dropping in here to say that I have actually finally started. It's the 28th of March. I said I would start like a week ago, maybe even longer. I didn't, and I haven't read anything until yesterday, and I am literally 16 pages in. So I've really timed myself really well with this one. I just wanted to jump on and say that I actually like those 16 pages. The start, I was kind of like, I don't like this. But, and by start, I mean like the prologue. I was like, I don't like this. But it's not as bad as I thought it would be so far. I'm just about to make myself some lunch. Then I'm going to dedicate maybe 45 minutes or so to reading. I have quite a bit of studying I need to do today. So if I could read to, I don't know, page 100 or so, that would be great. And then I will hopefully be able to read some more tomorrow, and I'll let you know how I go with that. But so far, I have not been completely fooled. So we'll see how that goes. It's Thursday morning. We're at this super awkward angle because Fletchy is sitting in his usual spot, which is right beside my camera. Yes, anyway, I wanted to jump on super quickly. Just about to film my Eurovision on TBR. Very excited for that. And I just wanted to pop on and talk about this real quick. So I'm 104 pages in. I read that Wednesday, and then I just yesterday, by the time I got home from work, and then had dinner with my partner, and then just did some other stuff that we needed to do. And by the time I could actually read, I had to end up doing stuff for work. So by the time I was finished with that, it was like 10 p.m. and I was like, I don't feel like starting to read this book right now. It has a very small font in here. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so thoughts on this so far. Surprisingly really enjoying it. I think what I remember from Holly Black years and years ago when I read her, the only other book by her that I've read, was that I didn't like the writing. That was in, I think I would have been 15. I remember vividly reading this book, which I think was White Cat or Black Cat, something like that. I had an ebook copy on my iPad, and I was in maths class, and I'm terrible at maths, so I literally just read this entire book in the space of that class. And from what I remember, the writing was not great, but I was 15, and that's a long time ago. For Holly Black as well, that's what, almost 13 years. So I can see that she's grown as an author is where I'm getting with that story. So I am enjoying the writing. The world is interesting. I kind of like where the plot is going so far. The only thing I really don't like about this is the characters. I don't like any of them. They are all awful people and just very boring at the same time. I feel like lots of people that I've seen online really like Carden. Why is that a thing? I don't like him at all, and maybe, I don't know, maybe he has some kind of redemption. I kind of hope, because I was gonna say, if you all love him, he must do something good, but then lots of you love Colleen Hoover's books, so I don't trust any of you. That's what I'm getting at here. Yeah. You know who I do like? I do kind of like Maddock, is that his name? They're like kind of father figure, I guess, even though that's a bit dodgy as well. I don't know. I like the way he is kind of kind to them, even though he really doesn't have to be. So yes, I need to film that TBR today, and then I have some more studying to do. And I'm hoping in between doing all those things that I will get the chance to read, because today is the 30th and this video has to go up. I think my time is like 2 a.m. on the 2nd. So obviously I need to have this read by then, and I do have to work tomorrow. So, yes. I need to get a sizable chunk of this done before
tomorrow. I do work tomorrow afternoon, so I do have the morning, but also have to have time to film this video. So I feel like I need to read a good, like, 200 pages of this book today. We'll see how that goes, and I'll be back in a panic state when it doesn't happen. I'll see you all soon.
Why is there always a truck when I want to start filming? Anyway, it's like almost 4 p.m. and I spent a good amount of time doing stuff that was super unproductive and things that had no point whatsoever. Done a couple of things that I did need to do at the same time. So that's good. But things have also slightly changed, and I realized that I now have to finish this book before about 8:30 tonight. So that's like 4.5 hours. And a little. And I am on page 194. So I have read a little bit as well. I've got about 170 pages to go. So I have to do that, and I need to come back on here and possibly finish this video off. I don't know how this is gonna go. So far, still mostly enjoying this. Really not sold on the relationship between Locke and Jude. I also just don't really like Jude. Vivi is vaguely okay, but she kind of only pops up here and there. I don't like Taryn at all. I just don't trust her. She's kind of a shit sister. So, yes, and I don't trust Locke. I still don't like Carden. I don't trust anyone. I don't trust or like anyone in this entire book. But I'm still not completely hating it from a technical writing standpoint. I'm still enjoying it mostly, so that's good. And yes, I'm gonna go drink copious amounts of tea for the next hour and a bit, and hopefully I can make a sizable dent, and I might kind of drop in again around the 300 page mark, and I have about 70 pages to go from there. So I'll see you all, well, now. Let's see how I'm feeling about it then. Okay, it's been about an hour and I'm almost at that 300 page mark. I'm at 290, but it was the start of a new chapter, and I was like, perfect timing. I will jump back on and we can talk about this. I don't know why I thought this was gonna take me like 3 hours to finish, because yeah, it's been like maybe like 45-50 minutes of actual reading. I also managed to do a load of washing, and that happened to finish right as I hit that 290 page mark, so that worked out really well. A lot of shit has gone down in the last like 100 pages. Things really took a turn, and I'm genuinely really enjoying this, and I don't understand, because I usually don't really like hyped books. I just feel like I just don't enjoy the same things that are popular. I just don't get them. I just find them boring or bad. And this is just hitting the right notes with me, I think, in terms of plot. Usually I'm a character-driven reader, but I like the plot, I like the world. I still don't really like any of the characters, except taking a little bit of a probably unsurprising turn in that I don't completely hate Carden right now. I just love the fact that his entire family is being murdered and he's just drunk and just like off away with the fairies. No, he's just like off having a good time, and I kind of love that chaotic energy. I feel like he's about to have his like moment, so I don't know why that meant moment, but anyway, we're gonna see. I think it's probably gonna take me like 20 minutes to finish this, and then I will jump back on and share my final thoughts. But right now, I feel like I was fooling myself. I don't feel like I've been fooled. I feel like I was fooling myself in thinking that I would hate this book. And right now I'm not hating it, and I'm like, what is this? Who am I? Where am I? What is happening? This was not how I thought this would go. This is not how I thought this would go at all. But I still got 80 pages. Things could go really downhill from there, so we'll see. Got another cup of tea, and we'll just finish this off. And I'm so happy that I can spend tomorrow, being the last day of March, just reading whatever I want, maybe getting a jump start on some of my April plans. So super excited for that. So let's go finish this first, and then we can think about April, and let's do it. Okay, I'm done. I'm finished. It is 5:30, so I don't even know where to begin. I was kind of nervous that it was actually going to go downhill. Like, as soon as I said that, I was like, I've jinxed it. Because, especially for a little bit, it was, it was telling us the plan, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be what happens, and like there's probably gonna be something, but was also starting to feel a bit slow, and I was a bit like, just get on with it. And then that happened. So I'm genuinely shocked that I actually really enjoyed this. So we're going to kind of break it into things that I did enjoy and things that I didn't, and that's been pretty much the same through this whole thing. So I enjoyed the writing. I thought that it was easy to follow. There are a couple of weird lines and things, and a couple of cliches, but it's YA fantasy. It follows like a number of the tropes, so yeah, there's always going to be a little bit of like, cliche in everything, so that wasn't like annoying. There are a couple of lines that was just like, that's a bit weird, that's not, it's weird, it's weirded in a word way. It's worded in a weird way. It was interesting. I like the different creatures and the sort of setup. I feel like there wasn't, this might just be me and I didn't pay enough attention. I feel like there just wasn't enough setup as to how the world works inside of fairy. I think the different kingdoms and things like that, but I feel like we might get more of that in the next book. Yeah, I still enjoyed the plot. It hit some good points. Relatively standard fantasy, but I liked it. It was fun. And honestly, it's nice to read a fantasy that I just enjoyed, and I love fantasy, but I feel like lately the last couple of YA fantasies that I've read I just haven't clicked with, and I didn't find anything in the plot in here that I didn't... That's a lie. I was going to say there was nothing in here that I didn't enjoy. I didn't like the bullying aspect. I guess we're just going to go straight into the things I didn't like. Yeah, I didn't like that. I feel like there are ways that something... I don't know, there are ways that characters can have more dimension to them and have bad things happen to them without like literally being bullied to the point of like almost being killed and then like falling for one of them, kind of. She hasn't really, but I'm sure that's coming. And yeah, not sure how to feel about that bit. I don't know. Okay, what else didn't I like? Characters still... I'm slightly enjoying Carden as much as I hate that for me. I do like a sassy, sarcastic prince. That's one of my favorite character types in fantasy. So the fact that right now he's not being a complete and utter asswipe is like okay. Like, I don't love him, but he has some funny moments later in the book and things like that. And yeah, I like Vivi. She's kind of cool. Good on her for being a good sister, unlike Taryn, who I hate with a fiery passion. Like, right from the start, I was like, I do not trust this one. This one, nope. And clearly I was right. Just the vibes from the beginning was off, and the whole thing with Locke as well. So I'm really glad that that didn't go down that route properly, because I didn't like him, even if like he literally wasn't dating her sister. Like, he's just kind of boring. And I think that I felt that way about most of the characters. Everyone felt a little bit one-dimensional to me, like they had their purpose in the story and they haven't really gone past that. Again, this is only the first book, so obviously, well, hopefully they grow and have character arcs over the series, but right now they just feel very like put in their boxes, and there wasn't really any room for movement outside of that. And you know, they did some things that were maybe a bit shocking here and there, or a bit like, oh, you know, that's different from what we've seen, but I feel like they're still set in their particular roles, even if those roles are slightly different from what they were at the start. But yeah, all in all, I gotta say that I guess I'm jumping on this train, and I did not imagine that I would, but here we are. And I'm already considering getting the second book, probably just from the library, because I don't think this is a series that I need to own, but I was kind of looking of like, maybe I could put that on hold like tonight, and like maybe early next week I will be able to pick it up or something like that, or maybe even like as an ebook. But we're done. That's the end of this video. Everyone else that participated in this little collab that we've done will be linked below, and obviously I haven't seen anyone's videos yet, and I've forgotten most of the books that people have picked out, but I'm super excited to see them all, so make sure you check them out as well. And I believe there is also a playlist, so you can just watch through everyone's like that. But that's it from me. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're doing super well. I would love to hear if you've read this and whether you were fooled, or whether you felt like me and felt like you had been fooling yourself. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Bye.